In order to play Octo, you will need 8 6-sided dice and a way to keep score. To decide who will go first and who will keep score, each player should roll one of the dice. The player who rolls the highest number gets to go first. The player who rolls the lowest number has to keep score for the game. Player 1 begins their turn by rolling all 8 dice. Here, player 1 has rolled 3 5s, a 3, 2 2s, and 2 1s. A player then chooses one of the numbers that they rolled, and they can set aside as many of those dice as they wish. The player will earn points for those dice if they make it through their turn without busting. Once a player chooses a number, they cannot choose that number again. This player chooses to set aside the 3 5s. Here, a player can end their turn or decide to keep rolling and push their luck. Here, player 1 decides to keep rolling. A player must set aside at least one die each turn. They cannot set aside the 5 because they've already picked that number, so they must choose a different number. Player 1 decides to pick the 4. They also decide to continue their turn. Here, they cannot keep the 5, so they choose to keep the 2 6s. This player also chooses to end their turn, so they would earn points for the dice that they set aside. Player 1 earns 31 points for this round. Play passes to the next player. So what does it look like if a player busts? Well, let's take a look at player 2's turn here. They're really going to push their luck, and they might just go too far. Here, player 2 rolls all 8 dice. Player 2 chooses to keep the 6s. They continue their turn and roll the rest of the dice. They choose to keep the 4s, and they want to push their luck, so they roll again. The player cannot keep the 4, so they have to keep the 3. Well, they're going to go for it. They're going to roll their last die. Ooh, they get a 4. They already have chosen 4s, so they have busted. Player 2 earns 0 points this round. Play like this will continue until the end of the game. For the game of Octo, play 1 round for each player in the game. So if it's a 2-player game, play 2 rounds. 3 players, 3 rounds, and so on. The player with the highest score at the end of the game is the winner. For more dice games, check out the Dice Games playlist on my channel. If you'd like to support Riffle, Shuffle, and Roll and have access to printable rule sheets for this game and others, check me out on Patreon. Links down in the description. Thanks for watching.